Welcome to Fallen Infantry, your home to events, info, and unboxings within the miniature gaming hobby. Today we're looking at Adepticon 2015. It's an amazing event taking place in the first time in Schaumburg, Illinois, just outside of Chicago, at the Renaissance Hotel. Most of the focus of this episode will be on the boards that we looked at, but we'll focus on some other things. We'll go through all the different areas and we'll see what's going on. This was our first trip to Adepticon, so we wanted to enjoy it. We didn't play too many games, but we did look around a lot, and we'll take you on a little tour. So we first start off here looking at the Emperor in all his glory. Someone built a full-size one, and we got some beautiful display boards. This one has a 40K theme, different angles there. And next up, we have a full-size, or not full-size, but a large-size cityscape where they had mech battles. For some reason, someone brought the Ark of the Covenant to the thing. This board here was for Robotech Tactics, actually, which is an interesting board. Got some interior shots for 40K games, I think, or Necromunda. Here's an interesting colored board for 40K, and a large indoor one. Lots of different passages. We have no idea what this is, but we thought it was cool looking. Very large, it's probably about 7 feet long. Which brings us to, speaking of very large, was this pirate game. The ships, each one was like a model ship, like not for mini gaming, and they were doing this huge area. You'll see a few here, you can get some idea of the size of the ships and the size of the people, and it looked like a lot of fun. They were just setting up when we were taking these pictures, so we never did get to see the final project, but we didn't see it in action, but it looked really interesting. There's some tentacles, everybody loves tentacles. Once we found our way around the gaming area, right next to it was the booths. And we're not going to have pictures of every booth, just the ones we found interesting. We especially liked the bones, because they had some really amazing large models. We had the big Godzilla-like thing, and then the Dragons Don't Share, giant dragon. And we also do another podcast called Dead Zone the Podcast, so we were interested in the Mantic booth. There's a giant ore processing made out of battle zones, Mantic's battle zones. And also, that was made by Trainaholic. And then there's also the White House being attacked by big stompy robots, and that was done by the Terrain Tutor, both of whom have channels on YouTube, so go check them out. And lastly, we also had visited the Cool Mini or Not booth, and they had Wrath of Kings on display, which we kick-started. So pretty soon we'll have an unboxing of all the Wrath of Kings, and you can check out the models and their individual pieces, and then see them assembled. They are beautiful, and give you a sneak peek, they are amazing models. Next up, we had a look around some display tables. Say what you will about 40K, they really go all out with their display tables. They're pretty amazing, and it was amazing to see these people put a lot of work into their display tables. That Chaotic Steam one there, you can't tell us from the picture, but the lights in the background were glowing green, and this one had amazing lava effects, that's why I took a picture of that one. Once again, I didn't take a picture of all the display boards, just to select a few there. And around the con, there was a bunch of people showing off other games. This one is Deep Wars, and it's got a neat mechanic where you have, since it's underwater most of the game, you have height changes, because people can swim around. So there's a lot of different things about like going up and down in height, almost like a flying game, but I guess it's underwater. And they also have a way to transition from land to underwater battles, so you can go right from land to underwater. It's an interesting concept there. And nearby the Deep Wars one, they had some other display shots. This one's a D-Day landing, beautiful board. And then they were also showing off wreckage was next to it, nice little board here. And it's really cool to see these nice little boards just sitting out there to demo on. Also, there was an area for free gaming, and people just, one group just brought their whole, all the 24 gaming boards. And it was pretty amazing to see all the different types of boards on there. They had all different types of scenery. These are just some of the nice ones. You can see it's the Cracked Earth people there. And they said next year they hope to go down, all the way down the hallway. They're in an upstairs hallway. And it would have been cool to see that, to get more open gaming. As well as some miscellaneous boards we'll go through here. That one was Pegasus Bridge, which was cool. I think they're playing bolt action on it. Lots of dust being played, which was cool to see also. And another bolt action board there. And more dust, I believe. It's hard to tell, those two are very similar. And another nice board here, snowy. Another dust board. And here's someone made a little statue to go on their dust board. That was another thing. There was so much beautiful terrain. It was hard to tell what was store-made and what was handmade. And it blended seamlessly, a lot of tables there. And this one's a neat saga, I think they're playing on this one, or another Viking game. And I do believe that Longhouse is sold. I'm not sure about the ships though, it's very cool looking. And then we also had lots of other games here. After a bit of a search, we did find the Infinity Room. A very small room. It's amazing that Infinity was in such a small space. They had 2 rows of tables. And that first shot there, you can see Adam from Greenleaf Terrain. He's playing on that amazing board. Huge, tall board there. And there's also a lot of other ones here. A lot of the made for an Infinity terrain. And there's a good shot down the table of all the players playing Infinity. And here's down the other table. You can see micro arts, different stuff, Bandau. That's a neat indoor one. I'm not sure who makes that one. I like that one a lot. Another area we found was the Malifaux area. In Malifaux tables, they were definitely the most unique tables you'd find. It would go from like swamp areas to like indoor, like sewer kind of things, and then there was the Old West town, obviously, and other interesting shapes and sizes. Another kind of Asian theme one there. And then there's just an old Gothic kind of area even. And this is the craziest one of all. It was just it was like a children's playground. There was building blocks, and it just proves you can game on anything. And with Malifaux, that actually fits into the fluff. It was creepy. That's what Malifaux is all about. Kind of inclusive of everything there. Lastly, there was the crystal brush. Here's the statue itself. It's quite impressive in real life. It's a lot bigger than I expected. And we're just going to go through random ones I got able to take pictures of. Here's some nice tanks. I know who the winner was, but I have no idea any of these placed. They were just the ones that caught my eye. And here's another cool one. It's like a big diorama. It was some kind of animal. Can't do wrong without having a dragon involved. And for some reason there's a few different boats. It was like a theme. People likes making boats. And this one was interesting. It's a giant crab. And nice samurai. Nice diorama in that one too. And we gotta love this one because it's a fancy lad Jabba the Hutt. I don't think it's actually Jabba. I believe it's some kind of maybe a demon from 40k, but definitely looks like Jabba to us. And here's I love the scale of this because you can see the actual figure down there, the cowboy fighting the giant thing. Here's some Spartans and a really amazing military World War II guy. And here's the winner. It's Daniel Craig as a space marine, and it looked like Daniel Craig. There was no doubt that that was an amazing piece of art. And that pretty much brings us to the end of Adepticon 2015. I hope that was a nice spotlight of a nice run around so people could see what it's kind of like, what it's like. And it was a great time, and hopefully get to go back next year. And until then, thanks again for watching Fallen Infantry. Please do like and subscribe, and tell your friends. We'll see you next time.